continually. Please do tweet me some of Game Theory's videos. I don't know. I realize that that's a large audience. I'm not. Would it be more acceptable? Yeah, it would be more acceptable if he came out and said that everything I'm doing is pretending to be something that I'm not. Oh shit, can't do those takedowns yet. I'm assuming it's that bulky thing on the. Oh, good luck shooting that off. Just blew his fucking head off. Wait, what is this? Oh.
In these uncertain times of Soviet aggression, this 5-star silo will shield you and your rogue army from fallout and cannibalistic humanoid underground degenerates.
God, I would love to have like a... Wonderful. There was a time, Dark Souls, when everything like that was genuine. There was absolutely a time when all of that stuff was genuine. It's still genuine for some people now. It's not a blanket statement that everybody out there who's doing this bullshit is full of shit. But at this point in time, it's akin to talking about skill gaps and skill equalizers in COD. Like, it should be a commonly well understood fact. Like, this is how you get fucking like one of the consistent ways to draw viewers and become successful is by throwing out these forced reactions, being fucking scared, excited, whatever. I mean, basically scared. And so you have titles coming out that are encouraging these types of things, and then the streamers fucking are jerking off each other and the developers and everybody else with all their forced bullshit. It is so fucking easy to sell a mediocre piece of shit today relative to how hard it was 10 years ago. Twitch and YouTube are, I don't want to say like they're the downfall of fucking gaming, but they're not doing... There is more harm being done right now via Twitch and YouTube than there is good. Far more harm being done than good. God, that shotgun is fucking sexy. You've applied to medicine? Oh yeah, your life is over. I hope you love to work. You don't need to be doing anything but... Oh wait, I already destroyed that one.
Proceed to the next brain cage erector room.
Ooh, spooky doors.
WoW's economy is going to save our economy. I mean, I love the parallels with WoW's economy and our economy, and the whole Occupy Azeroth thing is really funny. Yeah, do your fucking wrist pumps.
Fingers.
Do you ever use Adderall in nursing school? No, but you know what? I regret not trying it. Well, it sounds fucking terrible to be like, do fucking drugs, but there are so many kids that have such amazing success stories with basically fucking stimulants that if I were going back to school, I would definitely, I don't know if I'd be one of the people that buys them off of somebody else because dosages, tapering, yada 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 yada, but I would definitely probably hit up a psychiatrist and talk to them and have them prescribe me some type of stimulant. Yeah, for sure. I'd at least try it out. I would try it out.
Cage prototype. Objective complete. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. All personnel, stop intruding.
Well, from what I understand, I mean it's more than like an edge. This is what I've heard from people who have taken stimulants to help out with their studying.
Objective.
That they sit down, they take whatever fucking drug that they're on, right? And that studying, instead of becoming a chore, studying now becomes something that is intensely satisfying and enjoyable. They feel like they are able to not only, well, I mean, they're doing everything at this accelerated rate. They're understanding, they're retaining, and it's hard to say why it's all happening the way that it is, but yeah, it's this like immensely powerful, enjoyable fucking learning experience. This is what people have described to me. So, I mean, an Adderall is essentially just fucking, you know, meth. But sounds like it works.
Objective complete. Jump down to the sub-level.
Are you kidding me?
You are not the punchline. You are a killing machine. Jump.
Why the hell is this thing so slow?
Oh, nice! That was a double.
That stabbing pain?
Was me. We have any more guys down here?
Objective. Secure flamethrower and destroy blood dragon egg clutches.
Oh my god, you know I will.
Basement's breached. Stop the intruder before he can enter the nursery and turn the emergency wall-mounted flamethrowers against the egg clutches. All personnel, please use non-lethal rounds to avoid damaging the egg clutches. All personnel, please use full lethal sanction to stop the intruder.
Time to break some eggs.
I told you if you're interested in it, you should go see a psychiatrist and they'll get you a dosage that works for you.
Emergency by sanctioned personnel. If you're uncertain if it's an emergency, then it's probably not. Have a nice day.
I definitely wouldn't recommend buying it off of some random kid that's down the fucking dorms from you. Oh my god, that dog is definitely on fire. Oh my god, now I'm on fire.
Way to die on the job, dick shitter.
Dick shitter. Steady aim kill.
Morgue.
Jesus, this guy takes a licking. Keeps on coming. I'm looking forward to the DC films. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I wasn't a huge fan of Superman. My girlfriend went to, well, obviously she's a nurse, but yeah, I mean, she went and saw somebody, got a prescription for Adderall, and just fucking crushed nursing school. Okay, he's on fire. How many rounds is this guy gonna take?
There you go.
Power up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was a stealth kill, by the way. That was a stealth kill.
Screaming.
No, we met well after that. No, she did it like most of the fucking kids I've known that have done it. They used it while they were in school. To be honest, unless you're planning to go to grad school, or you're, I guess, a nurse in the West Coast, your GPA is really not going to matter a whole lot. I didn't use anything, and I graduated with a 3.6. But in order to do that, my secret wasn't fucking stimulants. My secret was giving up video games in order to study that way. But holy shit, I mean, I was like the worst. Even with giving up fucking games, like, I mean, I would do, what, 30 minutes of studying over the course of the entire fucking day. It was bad. I just can't do it. That's a lot of flamethrowers.
Excellent. I like mine extra crispy.
Oh shit.
Warning. Fire excites blood dragons. It does not hurt them.
Oh. So somehow I have to get inside there. Well, I think they said to shoot off his Superdome, right? Oh, I got it off! Are they gonna fight each other? Got it.
Go, go.
No. Don't shoot your laser beams. Don't shoot your laser beams. There you go. Go find the hearts. Go find the hearts. How much do nurses get paid in America? Just like everything else, it depends on where you live. I was making... Oh man. Nurses, I was at the high end in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma was between $15 an hour and $18 an hour. But my best friend in Northern California is doing, I think, 54 right now. He's at 54 bucks an hour. So that's a big difference. That's a big fucking difference.
Guess I'm coming out of my shell. Anyone want their eggs scrambled? Go get it.
Yeah, 54 an hour. Why would a nurse deserve 54 bucks an hour? Because you get your fucking teeth kicked in all goddamn day. You're expected to do everything. You're the last line of defense for everything. You're the one that's sitting there observing this patient all day long and expected to let the physicians know if they're if they're taking a turn for the worse. You're the one that calls rapid responses. You're the one that calls code blues.
Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
$50 is too much. I would love you to come work just a day, and then have you tell me that that's too much. Wages don't make any fucking sense. I'm not arguing for anybody to make significantly more or less than anybody else. So, I think everybody should be much closer than what they are. I think it's fucking ridiculous that any one person can work full time and be on the poverty borderline.
Are these extraterrestrial? Fried eggs coming up.
Objective. Reach the elevator and escape.
Alert. All egg clutches destroyed. Fire suppression systems have caught fire. Beginning evacuation.
Initiate self-destruct protocols. Team minus 30 minutes. Hey, cowboy! Blow up, goddammit!
Have a pleasant day.
So what are you taking at A levels for medicine? Oh, you're not talking about me. No, that's why I wouldn't fucking recommend anybody to become an RN, at least not a floor RN. I want to do an article about it because it's so different, but there's basically the easiest separation is floor RNs versus specialty. I mean, that's how it is in medicine regardless of what position you are, but
How slow is this goddamn elevator? What's the point?
Dramatic tension.
have I ever done 24 hours? No, we're capped at 16 hours.
Dragon. It's one of the mothers. She is angry you took a flamethrower to her nest.
You now have no time left to reach minimum safe distance.
Wait, what the fuck are we doing here?
That seemed kind of familiar to you?
So I left the elevator?
Snack time.
What was that? What the fuck was that? It just exploded!
Recommendation. Mount the gun turret.
No shit.
Oh, survive until the elevator arrives. How many of the doctors who worked for have been lazy dicks? Most of the doctors at the VA are actually really nice people. I like most of the docs I work with at the VA. My fellow nurses, I don't enjoy most of my coworkers. I've talked about it before and it sounds fucking, I don't know, I think it sounds dickish. But if you look over on the West Coast, the West Coast is a more desirable place to live, so you get more people trying to move there, right? Actively trying to get over there. What happens is that you get more people applying for jobs. You get hospitals that are able to selectively choose who they're going to hire. And as a result of that, you get to do things like look for magnet status. So magnet status is one of the ways that hospitals can differentiate themselves from one another. And one of the caveats with magnet status is all the nurses have to be BSNs. And I've touched on this before. But there's a big difference between a nurse who has their BSN and versus their ADN. Not because of necessarily their knowledge base, but just because of the different types of people they get their ADN versus BSN. How were the doctors in Oklahoma? They were fine. Given your hospital experience, is trauma center accurate? I don't know what trauma center is.
Complete.
Rex, I saw the whole thing through my scope. That was incredible.
No, Doc. Paintings of
See you later,
clowns
Kanani.
and
99.
dogs playing poker. Those are incredible.
The worst job I've ever had. I have got my
That's just a
BSN, Bob
job.
Zanny. That's what I'm saying. Is that I don't deal with cycles. I put them away. The majority of kids in my class that I graduated with, the nursing was just one of the steps on the ladders of their career path. Those types of people who it's a given that they're going to be pursuing things like whatever it is, they need advanced nursing curriculum degrees, NP or nurse midwife or CRNA or whatever other thing is out there. Those types of people tend to be different than the types of people who want to make a career out on the floor with their ADN. Those are very, 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 very different individuals. Which is part of what lends that in combination with things like states having very lax guidelines. States have the option of either meeting or beating federal curricula. So when you have these shitty guidelines, so on my floor, we are capped at 7:1. Can't do more than 7 patients to 1 nurse. And we are an exceptionally acute unit. We have code blues and rapid responses every week. This is for a generic medical surgical unit. So, whereas back home, one of the girls that I was in school with at the time graduated 3 months ago. And one of her clinicals was taking place at a hospital that they're capped at a ratio of 4:1. She can't tell you the last time they had a rapid response or a code blue because it rarely happens. They have IV teams. They've got an out of ratio charge nurse. They have all these. They have people that come in and support them while they take breaks. We don't have breaks at my work. We don't have breaks. We don't have lunches. There's actually no nurses charting area. There's no nurses area right now. It's been that way for the last few months. So no breaks, no lunches. There's no place to sit down on the entire unit unless you go to the lunchroom. But you're not allowed to go to the lunchroom because you don't have time to take off for lunches because you're worried about your patients constantly dying. And nobody comes in to relieve you. So I talked to our, they're called a CNL, it's a clinical nurse leader. They work underneath the direct manager at our unit. And I was told that the expectation was that you're a nurse, you sit down when you ride to work, and you can sit down again when you leave. So suck it up or find a job elsewhere. Because you don't get, that's just the way it is, Berserker, that's the way it is. That's why the idea of somebody arguing that nurses should make less is fucking insane. That's why even if I were making 50 bucks an hour or 60 bucks an hour, it's not fucking worth it. There's nothing that would make that worth it. You feel, I mean, there's a journal that goes out, it's the, what the fuck is it called? What is the journal that's published every month that shows the hundreds or thousands of nurses that have lost their licenses for whatever mistakes that may or may not have been their fault, but you have way too much responsibility and there's not enough pay, and there's not enough benefit associated with that job. Code blue means somebody's not breathing. Rapid response means that somebody is on the verge of not breathing. Rapid response is far scarier. It's a whole complicated thing. Used to use this. When I was getting into nursing, I had to conduct interviews. I had to go there and job shadow. Like I said, the culture of that environment and the state guidelines was something that I didn't take into account. I guess when I was pursuing that career path, it made sense because it was an easy way to work 3 days a week and make close to 6 figures every year. But I didn't factor into my equation that I was going to have to move outside of the West Coast when I left, and that state guidelines were going to radically change, and the culture of nursing was going to radically change, etc., etc., etc. I don't feel any fucking guilt if somebody dies as long as I'm doing my job. There is something by law, absolutely we have something by law that says you have to have breaks and hours. It's just not enforced. The reality does not fit the paradigm that says this has to be the case, because it doesn't happen. And that's why I was talking earlier, the whole gaming culture is interesting, because culture in general is fascinating. Because nurses have worked in these shitty conditions for so long that their norm is so far off from what other people's norms are, but that's normal for them. It's just like it's normal to grow up on the fucking Gaza Strip and have tank shells and fucking mortars and rifle rounds launched at you every day. That's just fucking normal. It doesn't make it right, but that's normal. Everybody, yeah, I don't want to say everybody, but yeah, I am part of the union. But yeah, believe me, Bob Zanny, I've been there for just about a year now. We've talked to the union. We've written them letters. We've had them come in. I mean, everything has happened that you can possibly imagine, and none of it makes any difference.
I got under his skin. Send for a medic so I can kill him too.
Oh, that's disgusting. Well, I mean, working part-time, by working part-time, I mean I'm close to the poverty line. I'm close to the poverty line by working part-time. And working full-time, I'm significantly over it, so... Why am I paying dues? Like I said, Susie, the only answer to that is basically culture. The answer to getting one of those problems solved is like going to the fucking news or something like that. But if all the fatalities that were happening in Phoenix that were being covered